I was pretending to be a Munyankore when I was in fact a Munyarwanda. That's the only damage. In other words, I am a liar.
But I don't mind because many of my relatives are in Tanzania, so.
Kankuzeyo kemabega. Obote yatugamba nti Museveni mugwira.
Talk to him. I told you it is not a personal matter. Why do you think Museveni is all that important in this country? First of all, he's not a citizen.
Obote yatugamba nti Museveni is not a citizen. Okay? Ne Museveni mukaseera ako bwe yawangula olutalo byasooka okwogera yagamba nti Obote yanjogerangako nti siri munnansi wa Uganda.
So he used to hear people like Obote always preoccupied with the tribal issues. For instance, Obote was always on the radio. Oh, Museveni is a Munyarwanda. Museveni is a Munyarwanda. Museveni is a Munyarwanda. Museveni is a Munyarwanda. But suppose he was, what would be wrong with that?
Yeah, wobanga oli munnansi w'eggwanga li Rwanda tuteekeddwa okubeera ng'oweereza mu kifo ky'obukulembeze w'eggwanga. That was the problem. Teweefuula atabimanyi totusirwaza.
I'm not a Rwandese. Waliwo enjawulo yawula a Rwandese and a Munyarwanda. Munyarwanda here. I'm not a Rwandese. Waliwo enjawulo yawula a Rwandese and a Munyarwanda. Munyarwanda here.
I hear some people saying that I am their servant. I'm not a servant of anybody. I am a freedom fighter. That's what I do, I don't do it because that I'm your servant. I'm not your servant. I am just a freedom fighter. I'm fighting for myself, for my beliefs. That's how I come in. I'm not an employee. If anybody thinks he give me a job, he's deceiving himself. I am just a freedom fighter whom you thought could help you also. Some people think that we decided to fight Idi Amin because Idi Amin was killing people. No, we didn't even know that Idi Amin would kill people. We just said, Amin, no, don't waste our time. We've been on a journey. We were having enough problem with Obote because Obote was not fully with us, but he was also not, he was just like that. This side, the other side, not reliable, but not totally opposed to our ideas. That's why we were kubembeleza Obote. We were trying to massage Obote so that we can see whether we move forward. But now Idi Amin, it was clear that he didn't understand what he was doing. So we said, Idi Amin, out. Please don't waste our time. That's why we decided to fight Idi Amin. The reason we fought Amin was not because Amin was killing, the killing people came later. But we were in our Uganda, in our journey. Now we could see Amin could not understand. I used to come from, I was a young boy, in my 20s, 30s. I would come from Tanzania, come underground, come do underground work here, very dangerous work. Go back to Tanzania. Who was supervising me? But I don't mind because many of my relatives are in Tanzania, so.
A few moments later.
When he talked about Uganda and then Rwanda, sometimes people confuse. And in fact, because I have also lived and grown up in both countries, it's not clear which one I belong to. Sometimes they think, some think I'm the president of Uganda, others think I'm the president of Rwanda. So.
But you know, doubling as a Rwandese, a Congolese, and I do believe that it is a huge thing that we need to start thinking about. And our parliament, we should enact laws that safeguard our citizenship, which we don't see. We need to start thinking about. And our parliament, we should enact laws that safeguard our citizenship, which we don't see, because it's a huge thing.
Thank you. Most of these Balalu who have come and have moved to the north are not Ugandans. Some of them are from Tanzania. We talk to them. Some of them are from Congo. Others are from Rwanda. those who came from Tanzania were expelled by the government of the Republic of Tanzania. It's on record. We talked to them. I also want to bring it and make it a point here.
Does that suggest they are not Tanzanian? How could the government of Tanzania expel?
They are not Tanzanians.
They are not Ugandans?
They are not Ugandans.
Who are they?
This is a question we must establish. Either they are Rwandese or Congolese. We need the Congolese government to speak about them. Because the Tanzanians have spoken. In Uganda we are speaking now. But the issue is here. These Balalo have come to occupy land and displace people. There is a program, a deliberate program to make them settle. They are aided by power. Because you hear from them. President,
isn't your argument a contradiction when you say Balalo are non-Ugandan, but you're saying these same people have army officers who are supporting them?
Kagame is not a Ugandan, but he was an army officer here.
So they were calling Kagame?
No, I'm giving you an example.
I'm asking.
There are still some non-Ugandans who are in the army of Uganda. Do you think the Banyarwandas have gone all? Some of them who were here with the Rejema, with the Kagame, with the who, they have remained in the army. And these are the ones who are called. And they speak in favor of this Balalo here.
Once a foreigner competes over national interests or resources, is hated. Why do we hate Banyarwanda in Uganda? Why don't we hate Bakongo? Why don't we hate the Tanzanians? Why don't we hate Kenyans? The issue is, baliche bayingira mu national chi.
Bole foreigner wayingirira bannansi bamukyawa.
Bamulukyawa.
He said, no, we are going to form our own smaller group inside so that we change this situation.
Meza. Kumeze baderisa abantu bafaka kanja. Kati owaffe gwe bataddewo.
Kati owaffe gwe bataddewo. Ategeeza Muganga bataddeyo owaabwe. Okay.
So 71, actually whenever I would come, because I was coming from Tanzania to do underground work here. I used to come from, I was a young boy in my 20s, 30s. I would come from Tanzania, come underground, come do underground work here, very dangerous work. Go back to Tanzania. Who was supervising me? But the victim communities and the refugees should also be consulted. There are 480,000 Congolese refugees in Uganda. And I was telling you that Uganda is the richest country in refugees in Africa and number 4 in the whole world. We have got 1.6 million refugees here, running from political problems in their home countries. Big problems, even when our individual countries, which were involved, like Tanzania, like Zambia, when Uganda also to some extent, when our individual capacities were much less than what we have now. So therefore, I would really beg everybody involved to not miss this chance again.
Kumeze baderisa abantu bafaka kanja. Kati owaffe gwe bataddewo.
Kati owaffe gwe bataddewo.
On Tuesday, Parliament rejected Dr. Lawrence Muganga's ministerial appointment due to legal complications regarding multiple citizenships and background inconsistencies. He had been nominated by President Museveni for the position of State Minister for Internal Affairs. In a desperate move, Muganga, the Vice-Chancellor of Victoria University, visited his parents' graves in Seta Mukono in a dramatic effort to prove his Ugandan roots.
Mama Dina here. She fed us, she raised us.
Even if you are born here, and bred here, okay, gone to school here, did everything here, and you are not a Ugandan. But although they say Ugandan by birth, it doesn't mean that you are Ugandan by birth. I do not talk about this. There's a lot of stuff. We shall talk maybe with time.
Yes.
Naye ababaka Adoni yebale Shatsi ne Echedu bo baba passinze kati bagamba mu lipooti gye balina eva Ministry of Internal Affairs ng'ate abantu abatusingako obukyayi wano ffe eggwanga ly'Abanyanda mu Uganda muno bali Ministry of Internal Affairs. Meeza ku mmeeza ebadde eriisa abantu baffe akakanja kati owaffe gwe bataddewo.